Vice President and Dignity.
So I talked to him that
हम अपनी मर्जी नहीं कुछ कर सकते नहीं वो मैं अपनी मर्जी कुछ नहीं कर सकता वो
Good afternoon, everyone.
चलो कोई नहीं एक दो दिन तक मिलते फिर
On behalf of LMA, I'm very pleased to welcome this special business delegation led by Honorable Greg Salinger, Premier Manitoba, and we are equally pleased to welcome his colleagues, Mr. Mohinder Saran, MLA for Maples, Mr. Matt Wavy, MLA for Concordia, Bidhu Jha, MLA for Radisson, Special Envoy for International Trade, Bonnie Moisak, Manager International Business Development for India, Digveer Jais, Vice President University of Manitoba, Anna Rockney, Secretary to Cabinet for Priorities and Planning, Don Callis, Executive Director Manitoba Trade and Investment, and Elliot Brown, Director Canada, US and International Relations. May I request Mr. Sanjay Gupta to please present a bouquet of flowers to Mr. Slater. If Mr. Mohinder and Matt are here, so I would request them to join us on the stage. Friends, as we know, Canada and India have long-standing bilateral relations and strong interpersonal connections with an Indian diaspora of more than 1 million in Canada. This expanding bilateral relationship is supported by a wide range of arrangements to take the annual bilateral trade to over $15 billion by the year 2015. Canada's priorities in India include infrastructure, education, energy, food, and science and technology. And India happens to be an important source country for immigration to Canada. In 2011, according to the stats, Canada's imports from India stood at 2.5 billion Canadian dollars. And Canada's exports to India stood at $2.6 billion Canadian dollars. And as far as investments go, Canada's direct investment in India in 2011 was 587 million Canadian dollars, whereas Indian direct investment in Canada stood at 4,300 something, little over this in Canadian dollars. So a lot of imbalance, Premier, a lot of catch up here, I think. To strengthen these business relations further, both the nations are taking very high-level initiatives, and today's program is one such program in that direction. Thank you, Mr. Salinger and your team. So taking the program further, I would request Bonnie Moisak, Manager International Business Development, to please come and make a presentation.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Such a wonderful crowd. Ludhiana is one of our favorite stops. We've been looking forward to it. We are here with a Premier-led mission, 22 companies, organizations, associations, and educational institutions. And throughout this mission, we're going to go to 8 cities: Chandigarh, Ludhiana, Amritsar, Delhi, Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, Mumbai, and Bangalore. The Premier will have 10 days in India. 4 of those days we're spending in the Punjab. So that shows you how important Punjab is to us. Manitoba's trade with India is relatively small, but what you must consider is our province, Manitoba, is a landlocked province. That means that a lot of exports will go to the East Coast or the West Coast, so they don't register as Manitoba shipments, but we do export a lot of products to India, including unwrought nickel, copper ores, leguminous vegetables, Many of the products that you're eating come from us, including in your dal, the lentils will come from Manitoba. So we're very proud of that, and we eat a lot of dal over here. Heating, cooling machinery, automatic data processing machines. Now the imports that we receive from India are some of your beautiful jewelry, some compounds, motor vehicle parts, medicines, exports by industry, leading our manufacturing, followed by agriculture, of course. Manitoba is very strong, as well as Punjab, in agriculture. The province of Manitoba has a very diversified, strong economy. Aerospace, buses, we are the North American leading bus manufacturer for coaches and intercity buses. Food products, hydroelectricity, it is the best and the lowest cost in North America. Industrial chemicals, metals and minerals, machinery, oil, seeds and grains, pharmaceuticals and plastics. Now, Centerport Canada is a very exciting new concept that we've been working on for a number of years. This is going to change the way that we do business and transportation in Canada. It is a central geographic location in Manitoba, so that provides easy access to all major North American markets. 20,000 acres of an inland port at Centerport. Transportation assets, market access. It's a one-stop shop to foreign trade zone programs, and it's a mid-continent trade corridor which extends all the way from Manitoba straight south down to Mexico. Railways, we have all three of the railways in Canada in Winnipeg. International 24-hour airport. Headquarters of many trucking companies in Canada are in Manitoba. And the rail connections are swift and reliable. Areas of cooperation between Manitoba and India is varied and many. We have many examples of joint ventures, technology transfers, investments back and forth. These kind of partnerships have proved very successful for a number of Indian companies and a number of Manitoba companies. The best type of partnership is when it's a win-win. So we have a number of Indian companies that have invested in Manitoba and partnered with a Manitoba company. In turn, the Manitoba company can reach out to the Asian markets through their Indian partner, and the Indian partner as well can reach out to the North American markets by partnering with the Manitoba company. So it works very well. It's a win-win, and it is, if you'd like to talk further, we've got a number of examples I can talk to you about. Here are some of the sectors. Aerospace, we're very strong in aerospace. A number of products and services that we provide to the Dreamliner, for example, the new Dreamliner. And we're very proud of our aerospace industry. Pilot training, we have 4 pilot training schools. A number of students from India, from this region, are now flying Indian Airlines. The agribusiness, of course, is a very strong sector for us. We build tractors, windrowers, swathers, harvesters. MacDon is one of our proud companies. Buer, many of those companies are producing products that are available here in India. Grain handling, storage, and processing, of course, is very important. Food security, we have the largest and the most prominent companies in Manitoba that are building grain storage products. Many food products that we are producing in Manitoba. In the biotechnology and life sciences, we have a very strong sector in that we have a reputation for infectious diseases control with our level 3 lab. We're able to have that reputation exported to India. One of our strong architectural firms, Smith Carter, is building 2 different infectious disease sites here in India. Plant breeding, we have 2 the world-famous companies that are building growth chambers. It's the only ones in the world, and these growth chambers are found throughout India, in the universities and some of the institutions. Environment and energy, we are recognized leaders in social, environmental, and economic sustainability, with renewable energy sources including hydro, wind, hydrogen, and biomass. And Manitoba is an international award-winning green building technology, both in design and construction. Environmental remediation and solid water and waste. So research and development is in Manitoba a very integral element of our province. We're recognized for institutions such as Canadian Science Centre for Human and Animal Health, the Composites Innovation Centre. That is a place where we do a lot of research and a lot of practical research on building products for automotive industries, for off-road OEM, out of byproducts from plants. And this is where we see a lot of opportunity for collaboration here, because I know you have a lot of byproducts as well as we do. Food Development Center, this is an incubator type of institution where we work with farmers that have an idea for their products. They may want to produce something in a processed food line. So we help them from the beginning. We take the recipes and try to build up the recipes to a high volume recipe, and then we help them with the manufacturing, the processing of that product, all the way through to packaging, labeling. So we take the idea from the farmer, work with him, and we end up with a product that's sold all over the world. The Manitoba Industrial Technology Center as well, they work directly with people with ideas and help to bring them forward to market. Tax credits, which support this type of R&D, are very generous in Manitoba. With the after-tax cost of eligible R&D expenditure in Manitoba, it can be reduced by up to 54%. Transportation, we build everything in Manitoba except cars. Everything on wheels is built in Manitoba. So I know a lot of that industry goes on here as well, so I think we have a lot to talk about there. So I look forward to working with you on future partnerships, and together we can build on success. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Moisac. We have two more presentations before the Premier takes up. I think we can have the Q&A session, question and answer session, combined after all the three presentations. We are also joined by Mr. Webe and Mr. Saran on the stage. I would request Dr. S.B. Singh to please come and present a bouquet to Mr. Webe. I would also request Mr. Bindra to please come and present a bouquet to Mr. Saran.